Is your counterpart still focused on you at all? Is there anything? Is there nothing at all anymore? Is there someone else? What's going on? You might be in a situation where you feel like, no, it's completely over. There's nothing left. They don't think about me anymore. There's nothing there at all. And now we look into the energy, we tap into the energy of the present. What's going on with him or with her in your direction? Is it just as you might think or feel, or is it completely different? What occupies his mind in your direction? Do you still occupy his thoughts at all? A very, very, very warm hello to all of you. Feel lovingly and tightly hugged by me. I send you so much light and love, lots of positive energy, happy moments, happy feelings. I wish it for you from the bottom and deepest part of my heart. We now tap into the energy. Take a look, exactly. And I always find it so wonderful that you also say, okay, I will take from this what is good for me now, what resonates. Maybe there's nothing at all, because this is for the collective, the reading. And you take it as it applies to your situation. And I find that wonderful because you are wonderful. So now let's take a look. And we could do a giveaway again, right? We could do a giveaway. One moment. So we are giving away. I am giving away a Lennon Wall card, day card in Soul, and just write in the comments. So I always do it like this in the giveaways. You know by now that everyone who comments on this video or about this video will be entered into the draw. And then the winner will be drawn. Yes. And then it's really a very, very beautiful card deck, especially because it includes both a closed and an open book, which I find very nice with the additional card. Yes. Okay. That's available for the giveaway. And now it's really starting, right? Now it's really starting. Okay. Then let's take a look. We look at what's going on with your counterpart, your head, caution. And then we take another tendency, which is a common pattern often observed in various situations. Good. Then let's take a look. What's there? The matter is okay. It concerns you. So yes, we have captured the energy in your direction. What's going on there? What is still occupying him? We already have this heaviness with him. This. He closes his eyes. Doesn't really want to look at it either, maybe. And there is someone here finding a wonderful solution. He wants to come into this awakening, find a solution, make a decision. It's about making a decision. His or her inner call, the person cards are gender neutral. His inner call is already in your direction. And the inner call tells him and doesn't stop. What occupies him? That he comes out of doubt. And maybe also this ignorance towards you. To find a wonderful solution. That's where your counterpart wants to go. And someone here is already very much involved. The difficulties he has with himself and his situation to overcome. This is also very much about criticism. Criticism that he might receive from outside. Criticism that he gives himself. Blame. And to regain balance there. He is still closing his eyes. But it is just before. So he or she is already on this path. And that is his intention, where he wants to go. To find this wonderful solution, because he already wants to revive something. And that is love, this togetherness with you. So it already looks like you both already have this connection with each other. And that love is already truly in play. With you, between the two of you. Yes, that's where he wants to go with the other person. And that's also what is causing him to doubt right now, leading to this withdrawal. Perhaps the doubts and this criticism too, this question of, can I really give her everything? Because fundamentally, that's where he wants to go. Because he knows you have such a strong connection with each other, and this sense of belonging is very strong for him. He feels the harmony here. You can give it to him. How can he live together with you? This sense of belonging, that's what he can't let go of at all. Because the other person knows, even if they don't admit it. Between the two of you, there is an absolutely good foundation for a shared future. He knows that with you, that's what he always feels, that he has found his home with you. But he also wants to give you this home. Maybe you have always given more than he has. He couldn't open up to you. A very big issue. But here it's about bringing this, coming together, this being together, back to life again. Or generally bringing it to life. So, let's see what else we have. Let's delve a little deeper into everything to get a bit more detail. The deep connection, the bond with you. Your counterpart wants. This is a very big issue for him. And this is what makes him doubt repeatedly. Can he give you everything? Does he want to deepen everything with you again? But right now it's very critical with himself. And there is also, so the Shabbats. There I have activities. But then on the other hand, I see here that he is quite overwhelmed with activities from the outside, professionally or business-wise, depending on the situation. And still these fears. What is holding him back right now? But these fears, we'll take a closer look in a moment. These worries, this disappointment, but that's something that has nothing to do with you. But that's what's really standing between you right now. He keeps sneaking out of it himself. And fibbing maybe a little bit to the outside world. I would say the half-truth, meaning when you have contact, he tells the half-truth. Because his environment is already, I would say, authorities, officers. Professionally, there are quite a few things that are in disarray, which are occupying him greatly. And you also occupy his thoughts. But as I said, that's the point that completely stands between you. Your counterpart feels with you. He wants to make you happy. And this burden he currently has, he doesn't want to unload onto you. And there he is. He is still unsure himself. Can he really give you what you deserve? Have. Because he sees you as a very wonderful and valuable person with a lot of heart, a lot of warmth. And he always feels with you. He senses the lightness in you. He wants to reach that lightness with you. He wants to give you that lightness. And that's where your counterpart wants to go. The thoughts are definitely with you. He wants to start anew because he feels that the love between you is not over. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Your counterpart is already very solution-oriented here. Or rather, Capel is still here right now, but that's where he's heading, and it won't take much longer. But we still have a disruptive factor with his counterpart. That's where we are. And that is also another woman here. Another woman. Maybe he met her. Maybe she's also a partner. But I actually see more of having met with seeing if we can get more from this meeting. Communication is there, but I also want communication with you. If you don't have communication, it will definitely happen again. Because the person opposite you senses in you, this side senses in you, he is so much. He is always curious again. Maybe you have distanced yourselves from each other. Maybe it's been a long time since you had contact. But this curiosity is what really occupies him. This, how are you really doing? Right now, it's like this, what I see in this reading. Contact, maybe yes, but not anymore, not that intense. That intense feeling, where you really know exactly about the other person. For example, their daily routine, or what's really going on currently. And that occupies the other person, because here the feelings come. They keep coming up. These feelings where he sees himself, am I like a little boy now or what? Like this, wow, how great, this fluttering, really, this excitement. When it comes to you, then the other person regains determination to go towards you. He definitely wants that. Because he wants balance with you, because he knows you are his perfect counterpart. Your counterpart knows that. And that's also where he wants to go. Because with you, he knows every cup is filled. There is nothing that doesn't fit or isn't harmonious here. And those are his thoughts. He is occupied with that. So then we have here, as mentioned, what stands in between? His current situation. And then we have another woman here. This other woman keeps unsettling your counterpart. He doesn't want anything from her, no. Your counterpart sees this as, okay, friendship, right? Just a normal acquaintance, a friendship, nothing more. But this woman has something entirely different in mind. This woman or this man, collectively is and very overarching, very jealous. She wants to be the center of attention. She wants to be number one. But she senses your counterpart is here, maybe. She knows you, maybe she doesn't, but she knows about you. And she senses and sees that there is much more between the two of you. And that's when the claws really come out. She absolutely causes him stress factor, pressure. Here, meeting there, meeting here, and that. This complete besieging. You prefer to hold back. You say no. You go along with his pace. And always have understanding. You are now the empathetic place. Here, someone is an actor. This person is an absolute actor. And always tries to exert stress. Especially this facade, the false front, this sweet talking, no, oh, everything's fine. But that will also change because the mask will fall. Especially because this person is not honest, because they are only out to get what they want. They like to put themselves in the spotlight. But your counterpart will also notice this. Maybe they have even already noticed it. After this realization, some signs are already there. Because your counterpart wants, really, there is nothing where I would say here. We are, no. It's just like this. How should I say? It's like when you have such a phase. That, for example, you have a craving for a very specific delicacy for several weeks. Or for some steak, for instance, which you could eat almost every day because it's so good. And that's what in this moment really does him good and gets him out of his current situation. Let's take chocolate, for example. It contains those happiness hormones. And it's like this with the other person. There's this person, yes, it's something new. It's somehow interesting. And it distracts from all this heaviness, from this despair that the other person is in. But it's not something where I would say this woman could even remotely measure up to you. Absolutely not. It's just like an escape that your counterpart is experiencing here and says, oh, wow, great. And there's something a bit interesting and things like that. But it's only skimming the surface here. He also only lets her skim the surface because he doesn't want anything. Yes, she does. And then there are these claws and these tentacles that are extended by this person, which also takes away his air to breathe. And again, you're in your thoughts. If you now think, right, oops, did he drop it? If you keep thinking, if there's someone else or something, then he doesn't want anything to do with me anymore, then he doesn't think about you at all. Or your counterpart thinks more about you than you think, because you are really very much in their thoughts. He compares you to, maybe not consciously, more unconsciously. She does something, she says something, and then at some point, without him really puts the tendency to somehow compare, you come back into memory. Wow. With her, it's so relaxed. Always this. She doesn't annoy me. She's so relaxed, so understanding. This familial feeling. And here it's just bam, bam, bam. Do this, do that. The activities here and there. And tomorrow we meet at such and such a time. So she takes charge. She leads here. But that's because she taps into his insecurity, which he's currently experiencing. This self-confidence is also missing here right now. In this situation, I say it's important for the other person to also have this experience. I don't see any sexuality between the two. I don't see any love. It's just like floating on the surface. And this, well, this is more of a distraction right now. From all of this, your counterpart is also trying hard to bring you lightness, but keeps reaching the point where you give him the lightness. For him, it's also about overcoming this shadow because he doesn't even know where he should go, where he wants to go. To you, yes, but there's so much, such a huge pile of files in front of him where you say, oh my God, where do I start? And the work and this and that, it's all so much. There is me here. I see the counterpart. It's too much. There's zero multitasking. And work through everything, and then arrive. And first have a clear head for a relationship, because I currently see your counterpart not ready for it. It's not possible for him because it's such a burden that he says, okay, I will now focus completely straight on a committed life partnership. But that will come again, definitely the committed life partnership. Because you are so strong in his heart, these feelings have not diminished. In the thoughts, you are really very often the feelings of happiness. And he also wants to make you happy. He wants to clear all this up. He will come back to you. I tell you this definitely after this collective life, because you are truly his absolute counterpart. And that's also what I said earlier. It takes this experience for your counterpart to really wake up and see things completely differently. Because always just here, there, and maybe your love was never truly lived between the two of you. But that will change. He will wake up. And he needs that. He really needs this jolt here. You have a brain box up there. Everything will be sorted out a bit again. As I said now, currently there is no intention, like wanting a relationship or something. No, not at all. If he enters into a relationship again or wants to, or what concerns him, with whom he wants to enter into a committed life partnership, then it's you, definitely. So there, as sure as the Amen in church, after this collective reading, as I said, and I wouldn't worry about it at all if I were you. There is nothing. She wants to be number one, yes, and very important, and there and so on. But she is very materialistic too. Very materialistic. Your heart. You are empathetic. And you have also distanced yourself a bit now. But that's a good thing too. That's good. Your counterpart, as I said, is thinking about you all the time. Here I have the restlessness. Again and again, this mistrust on her part tried, and this This false game I feel so strongly. This actor, definitely. Quite clearly, but the awakening will come. And this will also end here again. So now let's see what tendency we have here. Yes, well, you can see that the person you're talking to is having a hard time. Your counterpart is having a hard time, and you still have a lot of uncertainty. And he will also reach the point, the fear of losing you completely, that you completely shut him out. It will return to the community between you, because your counterpart will approach you again full of hope, has very strong, of course, fear, the worry of being rejected by you. But he will definitely overcome this uncertainty. And as I said, you are so firmly anchored in him, in his heart, in his thoughts, that he will definitely try, because he will grasp hope again. And there is a very strong fear of losing you, because you want to be truly his ultimate. And there is nothing now that holds him back or makes him doubt that you might not be the one. Absolutely not. Because this isolation will also be left behind by your counterpart. He will get in touch again. No matter if he ghosted you or whatever, he will definitely reach out to you again, approach you. Right now, it's just this withdrawal as well. But that's what we saw earlier, what we saw at the beginning. That's it, bringing back this balance, the complete turnaround. He wants to get out of this situation the way it is now. And this phase is on its way to move into the next phase, into the transformation, into the change. And indeed, his intention is truly something genuine. It is steadfast because it is steadfast, because he also knows the ease and happiness of having you by his side. Yes, growth is definitely coming between you two, and he will as well. He will come back to you, for sure. A slow growth is shown because there is truly this persistence between you. And your counterpart will invest everything possible in the connection between you. A good development is shown between you, and that is what your counterpart desires. And he will approach you in the same way. Because between you, if you want it, if you allow it, love can slowly bloom again. Complete growth again. A change is shown. What I have shown you here is that this phase will end. The next phase begins. In this phase, in this wall, the turning point, completely. The way it is now, it completely turns into this consistency, into the change. Because being together occupies one very, very strongly. Here it is also about concerning your connection, also into the consistency. Yes, it is already a bit about patience. That might also be the point for you where you say, wow, my patience is somehow, as I said earlier, there's nothing left, but you are deeper in his thoughts, in his heart than you can imagine. And it comes back into growth. And your counterpart is also looking at this. And at this point, he will come. As I said, this phase is needed here so that it can go completely consistently. And this consistency between you is so intense, so firm, that one doesn't say, okay, it's just a few weeks and then it slips away again. No, absolutely not. Growth or change, new beginning, the transformation, the change. And this is shown between you. So nothing is as you might see it now, where you think, no, nothing more. I wish you all the best and warmly from me in the evening. And have a wonderfully beautiful day, my dears. Goodbye.